I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While other sweater style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while sizzling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasting like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? Welcome to the Knicks Morning Drive, the premier Knicks in the morning time show. I'm your host, the number one chief rocker in Knicks universe, your main man, Uncle Freezie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all want this party started right? Y'all want this party started quickly, right? All right, all right. Salute, 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 and good mornings to everybody out and about, going about your day, right? I'm excited to help you get your week started off on the right foot. Whether you are a retiree, just stirring around, just moving about, drinking your coffee, or if you are in cubicle world, got your headphones in, listening to your favorite Knicks in the morning joint, or if you're a truck driver out on the open road, trying to pass these miles, and you got us keeping you company inside the vehicle with you. Or if you are just a hardcore Knicks fan that came here to have us talk that talk the way that y'all like to have that talk to y'all. Bim. Shout out to our people in the chat already. The son of the legend, Kerry Cox, is in the building. Toonie Got It is in the building. Block is here. Block in the building. What's good? Ricardo Torres is in the building. What's happening? What's happening? King Ribby, what's good? Mo Fire. King Ribby, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Chef YNYK is in the house. What's good, everybody? I hope your morning beverage is serving you well. And for the next little while, we're going to talk that talk the way that y'all like to have that talk to y'all. Ivory 10 is in the building. What's happening? What's happening? Yes, I'm excited. We got the Boston Celtics tonight. And I got a few things that I want to talk to y'all about and share with y'all. Right? I want to talk to y'all about how we beat the Celtics, the game plan. Right? Andios is in the building. What's good? What's good? I'm going to talk about how we are going to stop Jason Tatum. And it's not the obvious thing either. I'm going to talk to you about how we beat the Celtics tonight and how we beat them going forward. Right? I'm going to talk to you about how this game is important for putting the Knicks on the NBA radar and why that is important. So I'm going to talk to y'all about two things: the Knicks getting on the radar and why being on the radar is important. Right? So first, let me start off really quick with how we beat the Celtics. Of course, you know, I like to show y'all stuff so that y'all think I'm just not making stuff up out of the blue. So I'm going to show you something. So you'll know that I'm not just making stuff up out of the blue. I'm going to shrink this a little bit and then. All right. So you may be able to see it good, and then you may not. But all right. So there's a column to your far right or far left or whatever your perspective is, right? And this is a stat that shows the NBA rebounding leaders, right? It's going to show you the NBA rebounding leaders. One of the reasons why the Boston Celtics have a really good record is because they lead the NBA in rebounding. Now, here's the thing. DSJ is in the house. What's good, man? One of the reasons why the Celtics are a very good team is not because of they shoot it well, they assist well, they steal it. No. The Boston Celtics close out possessions. And they also offensive rebound a little bit. They're not great at it, right? They're a better defensive rebounding team than they are an offensive rebounding team, but they do it. Yeah, so the Celtics, they close out possessions really well. And I think they may, I'm not for sure, but I think they may lead the NBA in defensive rebounding. Yes, the Boston Celtics lead the NBA in defensive rebounding, right? So what they do is they force you to get your shot up, and when you miss, they end the possession on the defensive boards. Right? Right? And I hear y'all. I see y'all suggestions in the chat. I do. But what I want to do is add some insight, right? I want to add some insight. What I want to do, I'm just going to keep it a stack. We can't come out tonight. We, meaning the Knicks, can't come out tonight and shoot the ball poorly and not rebound. Because you can have a poor shooting night if you offensive rebound, if you are on the glass. I think this stat here, which is in the margins, right? It's in the margins, right? Mr. Vince is in the building. Salute to our big brother, Mr. Vince. Salute to Mr. Vince. That's our guy. Twin Cities is in the building. Twin Cities is in the building. What's happening? All right. Just continuing on with the game plan, right? Mitchell Robinson and others have to get on the offensive boards. They have to. It's paramount tonight against Boston. Because a team like Boston, you're not going to have more roster talent than them. You're not going to have more talented players than Boston. But what you can do is play together as a team. Now, playing together as a team means, in part and in parcel, that you have to get on the offensive glass. And so what does that mean, right? That means we need a huge night from Mitchell Robinson. So that means we need a huge night from Mitchell Robinson. We need a 11-point, 15 rebound night from Mitch. And I generally don't ask for stuff like that because rebounding is hard. Hey man, rebounding is hard. Right? If you see somebody with 10 rebounds, you know they worked their behind off that night. Right? Thank you. Miss Mocha just bought me some coffee, y'all. You want to come on camera with us? Okay. I invited her to get on the panel. She said no. Respectfully, though. So one of the keys to victory tonight is Mitchell Robinson on the glass. And when you watch the game tonight, because I know you will, a lot of y'all will be rocking with me on the watch along, right? Watch how both teams go to the glass. One of the keys to victory tonight is Mitchell Robinson. We need a huge night from Mitch, right? We need about 15 rebounds and at least 3 made free throws. If Mitchell Robinson goes 3 for 5 from the free throw line tonight with 15 rebounds, I would almost say that's a guaranteed win. Almost a guaranteed win. If Mitchell Robinson shows up like that, almost guaranteeing victory. Almost. Right? Here's the other part. The Celtics don't seem like a team that's going to score a lot of points in the paint against us. Right? What they do against the rest of the league, I don't care. Against us, though, it doesn't seem like they're going to score a lot of points in the paint. Against us. That's all that matters. Because I don't want to go by their numbers against Charlotte and the Wizards and Indiana. I don't care. What I care about is how effective they are against us, right? So with that said, if we're effective in the paint, keeping Mitchell Robinson out of foul trouble, I think we can win this game, dare I say, easily. Their leading rebounder at the moment is Jason Tatum. That makes me laugh. That makes me laugh off rip. that the Boston Celtics leading rebounder is Jason Tatum. And I think, Jason Tatum versus Julius Randle on the boards works in our favor. I think that works in our favor. Jason Tatum versus Julius Randle on the boards works in our favor. As long as the referees are neutral. As long as the referees are neutral, I think that works in our favor. So the number one key to victory is keep Boston off the boards. We can't just have a rebounding advantage. We have to dominate on the boards. And the cool thing about this is I think that we can. I think that we can. Our second key to victory, how we beat the Celtics, get out and run in transition. When we get the rebound, we need to run, push the pace. We need to get out and push the pace. And the reason why that's important is because while the reason why that's important is because while the Knicks are second in defense, the Knicks are second in defense, the Boston Celtics are sixth. The Boston Celtics are sixth in defense. And so while our fire ant defense is impressive, Boston is sixth, and they have the opposite type defense. Their center is 7'3". Their power forward is 6'9", 6'10", whatever Jason Tatum is. I don't know. Right? They're athletic on the wing. They have two excellent defenders in Derek White and Drew Holiday. And here's the thing. Recently, Drew Holiday has been guarding 1 through 4. You might see Drew Holiday tonight on everyone from Jalen Brunson to Julius Randle. And why that's important is not because he's an elite defender. It's important because his defense stalls offenses. His defense stalls offenses. So when he switches, he shaves like 3 seconds off of a shot clock. And while that doesn't seem like much, that's everything. That's everything, man. For teams that's struggling to get into sets, that's everything. So if your point guard is not a playmaker, if your shooting guard is not a playmaker, if you depend on your wings, like, your 3 and your 4 and your 5 to help initiate offense, Drew Holiday's switchability is everything on defense. I think that's one of the things that we're going to face tonight. But the thing is, when we get out in transition, we have to get one of two things. Either the first thing we need to get is points. And the second thing is fouls. And you'd like to get both, but one or the other you have to get. In transition, you can't come away with a missed shot and they get the rebound. You have to get something. So I'm looking for Randall and Mitch to be on the boards. Outletting to RJ and Brunson. So that we can get back against their transition defense. Because right now, their defense is 6th. And I don't know if we can trust this offense just yet against a top 10 defense. And so this will be our 10th game. Both teams have played 9 games and such. And, you know. DSJ, salute to all the members of the channel like DSJ. DSJ says, oh, this is a game that Grimes needs to be aggressive offensively. Drew will overlook him until he goes on a scoring run himself. I got you. I got you. Salute to all the members of the channel. If you want to be a member of the channel and have your comments read in priority, like DSJ, go to the homepage, click the join button, become a member. So if you want your comment to stand out, man, we have to read the members' comments first. Members' comments and super chats get priority just because they contribute so much to the channel, and we thank them so very much for helping to keep the lights on in here. Right? Because without them, with the members of the channel and those that contribute, and without. DSJ, thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Support all the Knicks content creators around this YouTube universe. So it's important for the Knicks to get out in transition. Run. Run. There's no excuse not to run now because the team is deep. The team is deep. There's no excuse not to get out and run. It's super important. And so my final thing and my final point to it all is, yo, LI1 is in the building. All right, I see you. My final piece, DSJ beat me to it. DSJ beat me to it, man. But this is what I was gonna say is the icing on the cake. Everyone has to contribute tonight. It's all hands on deck, right? And you can't come into this game like, oh, I've been dealing with a squawky. No. DSJ says this is the game for Grimes. I'm going to say our two-way players like Grimes and Quickly, this is their game. Nick G is in the building. All right, Knicks Nation is in the building. To DSJ's point, and he's right, and this is one of the things I was going to talk about. My third thing is this. Quickly and Grimes both have to step up. DiVincenzo, Hart, Quickly, Grimes, Hartenstein, they all have to step up and play their best game of the season tonight in order for us to win. Because I know it's November. It's November, right? And in theory, it's November. In theory, it's too early to make long-term decisions and accusations and make points about things so early on in the season. But all these games count. So if it comes down to tiebreakers late in the season, you don't want to just give away an advantage because you didn't feel like playing early in the season and think it's not about how you start, it's how you finish. No, it's about how you start and how you finish. It's about how you start and how you finish. You know how they say put your best foot forward? You got to do that. You got to start out. You got to start out good, especially against the Bostons of the world, the Bucks of the world, the Philadelphias of the world. You have to have them feel your presence early. So this is what. So I want to show everybody this also. The Knicks are 13th in field goal percentage, right? They are also second in shots allowed per game. They're second in made shots per game and second in points per game, right? But what does that mean against an offensive team like the Celtics? The Celtics are 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth. The Celtics are fifth in scoring. The Celtics are in field goal percentage. They don't shoot it that well. And 3-point percentage, they don't shoot it that well. And they don't shoot free throws all that impressively either. But somehow, some way, they are fifth in points per game. I wonder how they get there. DSJ says, shout out to Keenan and Hartwell. Yep, shout out to them. Yep, shout out to those guys. I'm gonna show this to you on a bigger I want to make it bigger so that you can see it, but okay. So the Celtics are fifth in scoring. The Knicks are second in scoring defense. So when there is a rock and a hard place scenario, what gives? The margins. So how do we stop Boston from scoring? How do the Knicks stop Boston from scoring? Excuse me, it's easy. In theory, it's hard in practice. And practicality is hard. It's going to be hard putting it into play, right? So here's how I think Tibbs is going to defend Boston tonight. I think we're going to see Brown being guarded by RJ. Right? I think you might see Grimes on Holiday and you might see Randall on Tatum, but I know Tibbs is going to put Grimes on Brown and Tatum. Right? Does Tibbs start the game with Grimes on Tatum? I don't think so. I think you'll see Mitch on Porzingis from the start. I think you'll see Randall on either Tatum or Brown, hopefully Tatum. And then Grimes maybe on Brown, but you don't want to waste Grimes on Derek White or Drew Holiday because they're not scorers or facilitators. That's going to be the interesting matchup. Who does Grimes start out on? I think you'll see Jalen Brunson on Derek White. I think you'll see Brunson on Derek White. And then that means and with RJ and Grimes being top 15 defenders, who does RJ cover? Do you see RJ Barrett on Jason Tatum? Right? At this moment, or before yesterday's game, let me be honest. Before yesterday's game, Grimes and RJ were top 15 defenders. I think they were ranked 13 and 14 or 14 and 15 or something like that, whatever it was. Are we confident that Grimes can guard Jason Tatum? I am not. Won't lie. I don't want to see Grimes on Tatum. I don't want to see it. That's how they beat us earlier in the year. Grimes on Tatum. Tatum just took him to the car wash and just washed him up. He just washed up Grimes. He just did. Because he's stronger than Grimes. He's more athletic than Grimes. He's taller than Grimes. He's longer than Grimes. He's more skilled than Grimes. He's more crafty than Grimes. And there's no disrespect to Grimes because Grimes is a good defender. I'm going to see NBA.com 2023-24 defensive rating players. All right. Not StatMuse. Let's see what NBA.com says. I'm just going to check to see what NBA.com says. And then we could probably go from there. So right now, Jason Tatum is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jason Tatum is the 7th best defender based on defensive rating. Wow. RJ Barrett took a step up and Quentin Grimes took a tumble after yesterday. So RJ Barrett is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. RJ Barrett is the 12th best defender based on NBA.com. And Quentin Grimes is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So Grimes is the 17th best defender based on NBA.com. Right? RJ Barrett's defensive rating is 99.3, and Quentin Grimes' defensive rating is 100.9. The next closest Nick is Mitchell Robinson at 103. And then after Mitch is Julius Randle at 108.2. And then Jalen Brunson at 111.5. And we all know Brunson is not a good defender. But RJ Barrett being the 12th best defender in the NBA is impressive. Yo, Antisocial in the building, holding it down for Blorange Tears on social media. Salute and good morning to AC. What's good, bro? What's good, boss? Antisocial in the building. DSJ says Quentin Grimes needs to thank Josh Hart for accidentally taking Brandon Miller out of the game because Grimes was getting cooked. The height advantage, DSJ. Remember the height advantage, bro. Right. Hey, remember the height advantage. But it wasn't just because of height. Athleticism gave him problems yesterday. I think Tatum and Miller's height and athleticism gave Grimes problems. But here's the thing. RJ Barrett being the 12th. And listen, let me put this link in the chat, man. Let me do this. Chat, are y'all not impressed with RJ Barrett being the 12th best defender in the NBA? Is that a talking point? Should we talk about that? So RJ Barrett is I'm just going to count wing players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So RJ Barrett is the 7th best wing defender in the NBA through 9 games. Are you guys impressed? Let me know. RJ Barrett is the 7th best wing defender in the NBA through 9 games. And I can hear some of the naysayers now. It's only been 9 games, Uncle Freezie. No. But they already played the Bucks and the Celtics and the Cavaliers twice. One without RJ, of course. It's not like they've played the Washington Wizards 9 times. They've played elite teams already. And RJ Barrett is an elite wing defender. What's good, boss?
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Man, I'm all right.
I'm surprised that's impressive.
Yeah.
12th defender, and he's the 7th best at wing.
Yeah.
That's looking like a true candidate that most improved right there.
That might be telling RJ Barrett through 9 games may be our best player.
Okay. Through 9 games, you're right. I just want to be consistent with him because if he follows through, it'll prove everything that everybody's been saying for him, right?
When has he been inconsistent through 9 games, though?
No, I'm saying 9 games I understand, but I just want to see more of the 9 games. Like I want to see a whole season of it. That's all.
But you
in
can't.
These 9, yeah, I know. I'm agreeing with you
because they play 1 game at a time. So
yeah, I'm agreeing with you saying that I like the 9 games, but
right.
I just want to see more. That's all. That way, everything filters out because he could be on a 10-game winning streak and then go back to being something else. And then what? Everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, he just got hot at the right time," and all these other excuses. I'm just tired of the excuses. I think RJ is impressing me a lot.
DSJ says it's impressive considering all the criticism from the last couple of seasons about RJ Barrett's defense. DSJ, I'm gonna say that was well deserved. RJ Barrett's defense was not good. And for him to take this step, I think you could take both at the same time. Was he a bad defender? Yes. Is he a great defender now? Yes. Right? But here's the thing. You today are not what you were, not always what you were in the past.
Mm-hmm.
I think RJ Barrett is taking a huge step forward, and we should give him credit for that.
It's
Yeah,
like,
I think we should. I think we should give him credit for that. RJ Barrett is doing good, and we should
yep,
give him credit for it.
facts. It's like jumping from. I'm not saying RJ, but it's like a player who goes 1 year from averaging 12 points to actually getting to 24 points. You're like, how did he make that jump, or what did he transition? He started getting comfortable. Like you see RJ making certain passes, you see RJ's playing a certain way that it just looks like he's more comfortable. So I'm impressed with the game. I just think there's more to it, and I think everybody that loves RJ, I think they might be on to something that I didn't see. So I'm just glad we got him
Right, right.
because it's the improvement that he's doing is what impresses me. I'm expecting him to be going from an bad defender to a good defender, but he's going into mid great defenders like top 12. That's a lot. That's like the Ja Rules. I mean the Drew Holidays. That's the Alex Caruso's
Every
like
little
that.
thing that you do. You said Ja Rule. I was just saying the Ja Rule song. But
Yeah.
hold on for a split second. Hold on for a split second.
Yeah. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, put them drinks down and get on your feet. Put your hands together for the R&B sensation, DSJ. Ladies and gentlemen, DSJ.
Good mornings.
Top of the morning, top of the morning.
Good morning, DSJ, sir. How are you this morning?
What's going on, BT? Salute to everybody, of course, in the chat, and salute to the panel, Uncle Freezie.
You know I got your point though, right? You know I got your point.
Absolutely.
I
No,
got
because
I got your point.
it's because think about how long we've been looking for incremental improvement,
Right.
and this isn't incremental. This is a leap.
A leap.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
This is exorbitantly better
Yeah,
than
and that's the reason why I think some people are in the mindset that they need to see more, because I think they're in the mindset and they don't say it like this, but they said they may be thinking such a leap may not be
Sustainable.
sustainable in their eyes, because through 5 years you hadn't seen it before, or through 4 complete years they hadn't seen it before.
right. Because there are times when I look at it might be the matchup, and I think that in certain circumstances, a lot of the Knicks players rise to the occasion of the matchups. So
Right.
he might not be a great defender against, let's say, Dylan Brooks, right? He might get scored on, what I'm saying, a ton of times by him, but then you sit there and let him play Tatum or Brown, and all of a sudden now he's a disruptor. And it's
Right.
like, well, I'm looking for consistency. I'm looking for you to do this on everyday basis, not just based on the matchup and whether or not it's on national TV or not. Show up like this every single game. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And I think with that being the catalyst to the way he's playing defense this season, um, it's absolutely impressive. And yeah, I think he should at least be in the conversation if we're talking about just off of these past 10 games. You know how we're quick to do the whole, you know what I'm saying, way too early thing.
Right.
I wouldn't mind seeing him at least in the conversation for most improved. I think Maxi's numbers increasing will showcase that he'll deserve it. But in terms of his play, like Maxi's always been a good player and has always shown that he's a consistent player. With RJ being as consistent as he is this season, I think this opens up that conversation just a little bit.
Okay.
I
I,
like that.
yeah, I'm gonna say this to your point too, bro. And listen, I'm not jumping out of the window, everyone. Everybody, don't say I'm jumping out. I'm not jumping out of the window, right? Um, at this moment, I think RJ Barrett is our all-star.
I think, yeah.
If we get an all-star, if we get one guy into the all-star game, I think it's RJ Barrett right now. Right?
Mhm.
And here's the reason why I say that, right? Through 7 games, right, that he played, he's shooting 49% from the floor, 50% from
From
three,
three. Yep.
85% from the free throw
Free
line,
throw line.
and he is a top 12 defender.
I, isn't he like at five
Yeah,
assists?
hold
I'm
hold on, hold
sorry.
on, hold on, hold on. Let
I'm
me
sorry.
finish. Now, Jalen Brunson, and who I'm not knocking, yesterday played 27 minutes and had 1 assist in a game where both teams shot the ball 90 times apiece. Jalen Brunson had 1 assist. And then we're not going to speak to Jalen Brunson's defense because we know that's not his thing. Right? But the thing is, if you're putting people in the All-Star game based on being very good players, I think RJ Barrett right now is the best of our very good players.
I mean, you can't argue that. And I mean, we're talking about from start of the season, so we're gonna count that first Boston game. Um, the fact that even while you were missing games like the Milwaukee game, he's out of that game. We lose a close contest. We wonder what his contribution might have offered, you know, in a potential aspect. Like if his scoring was up to par, if his defense stayed up to par, if he was able to maybe contain um, Damian Lillard in the closing minutes, would the outcome be different?
Yeah.
And you have to, and that at this point, you kind of have to introduce those kind of questions and queries and potential conversations because again, he's playing well this season at the start of the season. While everybody's been again, the criticism has been, and again, it's warranted. So it's not like I'm saying it in the terms of pointing fingers. I'm saying it for what it is constructive criticism. The man has been a slow starter for the past 4 seasons.
Right.
This season, he came out firing on all cylinders.
All cylinders.
And Jalen Brunson has the same situation going. He was playing for Team USA while RJ was playing for Team Canada. And
And Team Canada
Jalen
played
Brunson
longer.
and Jalen Brunson's start to the season looked a little bit shaky.
Right.
So
And this
I
is just
mean,
critiques. We're not bashing Brunson. I'm not bashing Brunson.
not at all.
We're,
Listen, the man again, start of the season is bad.
right.
He's playing well now.
Right.
he's getting to where he's getting to his spots. He's knocking down the shots, and his numbers are impressive. But again, we can't overlook the history of what is. The start of the season wasn't friendly to Brunson this season.
Wasn't
So
ideal. Yeah.
you know, and again, you could attribute it to a couple of things. Again, it could be the wear and tear of the summer that RJ had, but same thing. You could also look at the fact that, um, again, right now he's primary target.
Right.
Last season he wasn't primary target. That was Randall's objective.
Right.
Now there's game tape on you. You're not sneaking up on anybody.
Right.
So, you know, he's doing well. He's playing better now. Living up to the hype.
Right.
But these are the type of things that again we can't afford to overlook
Okay.
going forward. So
I was just gonna jump in and say I was impressed with he played 7 games out of the 9 that we've played already. So for me, to miss 2 games and to come back and pick up exactly where he's off shows that a very great amount of growth. That's why I say I want to keep seeing it because if this is who he is, he deserves to be this guy like 22 points a game. Last year he was averaging 19, and he's starting off now averaging more, which means he's probably going to end off at like 24 points if he keeps playing like this. So not only in points did he jump from 19 to let's say right now 22, plus the defense he's 12th, plus how he's able to just flow into the game and get everybody involved, and
Right.
he's actually doing well in passing. I'm impressed. Like I just wanted to be consistent because this is the first time in a long time we've had a star that we all can actually see the growth and be like, yo, he might actually be onto something. Because he is our all star, 22 points, defense 12, plus he hasn't skipped a beat even though he missed 2 games. So out of this 9 game stint, RJ is showing a lot of it's not even a jump, it's a skyrocket. It's like he went from C to B plus A minus group right there in a matter of only 10 games almost, which is
the
unheard of.
man the man shot 30% from three last season. I think mid 30s to now being a 50% 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
And they
ESJ.
glorify Steph Curry for being a 43, 44% shooter. So
Yeah. And
if
and
he's
and here's a thing I think we should look at too, and not just look at things and say a vacuum, so to speak. But these guys are shooting like Jalen Brunson right now. The reason why Jalen Brunson's numbers are down is not because his shot is not going. He's shooting a career high from three, 43.4%. That's Jalen Brunson, right? He's shooting 84% from the free throw line. Where his struggle is inside the 3-point line. That's what Jalen Brunson has taken a tumble, right? Jalen Brunson is shooting 41.7% from the floor, but he's shooting 43.4% from three. So he's shooting a higher percentage from three than he is from everywhere else, right? So we know that will balance itself out. We know that. That will come back to what his normal average is, right? But the 43% from three, I think that's where he lives. And the thing with RJ, right? RJ Barrett is taking 5.7 threes a game. That's more than Emmanuel Quickly, right? Jalen Brunson is taking 5.9 threes a game, right? Julius Randle is taking 6.4 threes a game. That's more than anyone on the team. But before you criticize Randle, think about this number at 6.4. It's lower than that's been in the last 3 seasons. So Julius Randle is not shooting the three like he used to. It seems like he's shooting the three all the time, but no, that number is actually down by at least 2 threes a game, right? And so before we criticize, like before we look to point at one thing, if we take a deep dive into the numbers, basically what we're doing is balancing out the floor. Now, what that does is, in a vacuum, what that does is it eliminates Quentin Grimes, right? But here's the thing. Is it eliminating Quentin Grimes or is he eliminating himself? Is he solely focusing on being the focal point of an elite defense? Right? And the reason why I say that, BT, the reason why I say that is because of this. The same team that had the greatest wide receiver of all time, Jerry Rice. Yeah, DSA, you remember Jerry Rice, right?
Vaguely, I think
Part-
he's one of those
One
one
of
of the
these
greatest
dudes.
wide receivers, at least in that conversation.
Right. But the same team that had Jerry Rice also had Ronnie Lott.
They
Right?
did.
Right? Any chat, y'all see where I'm going? The same team that had Jerry Rice also had Ronnie Lott. So the thing is I think Grimes is focusing in on or trying to become that guy, an elite NBA wing defender. That's what I think Grimes is trying to be, right?
But I think he's hurting himself because even with his, even if his defense were to step up and he be an elite defender, there's no offense. There's very few people who are successful. If you look at Drew Holiday, there's very few people who have great defense that can score the ball. And in this league, I hate to say it, it's all about offense, what you can contribute to the team. We're just fortunate to have it where we can balance it out, like you said, with rebounds, assists, getting more people involved. So I think he's canceling himself out. He has to step up his mid game, at least get to the free throw line. Don't stick on the 3-point range.
He owes it to himself in his NBA career to make sure that he's aggressively offensive because when the ball comes in his direction, your thought process shouldn't be to pass it back out or pass it to somebody else unless that again it's a better look for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like if the play is designed a certain way, I get it. But we're talking about a guy that will take the ball out of a pass from the mid range from Randall, and his first instincts isn't to put the ball on the floor; it's to lift it up over his head to see who's open and pass to that person. You're not even looking at if you have a mismatch or not. You're looking immediately to get the ball back out of your hands. Who
Okay.
is that serving when you have the opportunity to impact the game in a different way? Get somebody in foul trouble. If they're already in foul trouble, put the ball on the floor, create your own offense. You do it enough for Mitch whenever you're driving to the lane on the baseline and kicking it up for one of Mitch's usual lob attempts a game. Why not stop and pop?
Okay.
I
Okay.
was gonna jump on and say real quick that with Grimes, I like RJ the 7 games, but he's been showing leadership by being the example. If he could take Grimes and put him under his wing and kind of mentor him to be more offensive aggressive, and Grimes develops his offense to where he's getting about 10, 11 points a game plus his defense, that's what I'm talking about with more time. I think that'll show RJ is more than just an all-star. He's a superstar because not only is he making his game better, but he's making his teammates better by helping their game out to where they all thrive. That's the side I want to see in RJ. But his game, though, DSJ, you were right.
You want to see some more out of RJ?
No, I was saying I wanted to see later on in the season if he could like kind of grab Grimes and mentor him in a way to where Grimes is more efficiently sturdy and see if he could be in that type of a leadership. Because that's another thing that superstars do. They make their teammates better by not just being the main facilitator. They make their game better by giving them opportunities. And I think RJ can show a lot by helping Grimes out offensively by getting him involved.
Okay.
Like, take the shot, like yelling at him on the court. Yo, if I pass it to you, take the shot. I don't care if you miss it. You're going to make one of them, you know? Like, kind of being that guy because he's the only consistent player we have, and he has leadership traits. That's just a trait I want to see if he has in him.
Okay. Okay. I don't want to see none of that out of Grimes. Right. Personally, I just want Grimes to focus in on his role. He is a ROLE player. We don't need, in my opinion, I don't think we need Grimes to get on a ROLL. I think we just need him to focus on his ROLE. Be the team's number one defender on the perimeter. Mitch will be our team's number one defender in the paint, right? And then when the ball comes to you, if it's an easy look, take it. If it's not, let the offensive guys do it. Right? That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's just me on Grimes. Now, in a developmental thing, if Knicks fans want him to develop long term into Bradley Beal, I don't see that happening. Right? I think my man is in a good spot. Thank you. Oh, okay. Yeah, and that's my opinion, man. And everybody's, everybody has an opinion, and y'all are welcome to state it. But my preference is get Brunson and Randall more efficient scoring the basketball, and I think everything else takes care of itself. Right? Like even Mitchell Robinson right now, we're not talking about it. DSJ, we're not talking about it. But Mitchell Robinson is shooting a career low from the field right now. Right? Mitchell Robinson at this moment, Mitchell Robinson, let me see, I'm going to just click on it real quick. Mitchell Robinson is shooting 52% from the field. RJ Barrett is almost shooting better from the field than Mitchell Robinson. But we're not speaking to that. We're speaking to, what I'm saying, what Grimes can do.
Is there an uptick in Mitchell Robinson's scoring average?
Oh, definitely not.
Nah, I think he's at like
his scoring average.
Then that is the problem right there.
Yeah, I think he's like at 6 when last year he was at like 8 or 9.
That to me is the problem. It's because again, I can live with you. I can live with your percentage being lower if your points per game average is higher.
Are you asking me, is he taking more shots?
No, is he scoring more? Is his points per average more?
Like, is he better?
And that's what I'm saying. That for me,
no,
is
his
a problem.
career average is 8.2. He's averaging 6.9.
See,
right.
But he's taking more shots this year than he's taken since 2021. So and his field goal percentage is down. Keith Turner's in the building.
But at least he's averaging more offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
And he's offensively limited, so we take what we can get in terms of Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah.
I'm sure his blocks are down as well.
Yeah, because
his steals are up.
Yeah, his blocks are down, right? But
he's coming to the paint.
He's not challenged as much.
He still can test, but it's not like every single shot. He's allowing them to actually get the shot off, as opposed to just going right after the ball the second he sees it and drawing the foul. He still has issues because he's delayed. Like when the person grabs a rebound under the basket, he still has his hand over that like over them the way if they go up, it's automatically a foul over the back. But little things like that, he's not doing those major mistakes like he used to.
Right. His blocks are down, but you know what else is down?
The drives to the basket.
His foul attempt, his fouls. His fouls per game are down. Did you know Mitchell Robinson went a whole game and fouled one time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, he's averaging a career low 2.2 fouls per game and a career low 0.3 turnovers a game. So while a lot of his numbers are down, he is being more efficient. He's a more efficient player right now. All around. Now his scoring, his field goal percentage is down, but everything else, fouls per game, all that stuff are down. As a matter of fact, when's the last time you guys remember? I'm going to ask jog your memory. When's the last time y'all remember Mitchell Robinson was in foul trouble?
I want to say last season. I mean, I remember seeing him. I think he got 4 in one game. Let me see. I think it was the Boston game. Shout out to
Wasn't
Boston.
it just like yesterday? Wasn't he in foul trouble yesterday?
Nah, that was Hartenstein.
Yeah.
It was 6.
Okay.
I think he only had 3 yesterday, if anything. He didn't even hit 4.
Yeah.
Nah, I think it was one game. I think it was either the Boston game. Yeah, I think it's the Boston game. He had 4 fouls. And that's because the Porzingis kept getting him with the head fakes.
Yeah, he had 4 fouls against Milwaukee, and he had 4 fouls against Boston. Every other game was 3 fouls or less. He played the entire Cleveland game with 0 fouls.
Wow. Wasn't that where he had 15 rebounds?
7 rebounds. He only played
okay.
22 minutes. Remember, we blew them out, remember?
Oh, okay. That was the first game. I thought it was the other game where he had 16 rebounds. I was like, damn, that's a lot.
Yeah, he had 15 against New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
He had 16 against Cleveland. At the Garden, he had 15 against Milwaukee. He had 15 against the Clippers. He had 12 against the Spurs, and he had 9 yesterday. In a blowout, though. It was a blowout, so he only played 24 minutes. So, DSJ, I guess ultimately what I'm getting at, bro, is I don't know if I need Grimes to be Paul George. I don't know if I don't know if we need Grimes to be Avery Bradley. If Grimes just comes out and just makes the other team's best wing scorer work all game long, I think that benefits us more than Grimes' defense struggling. Just to get some offense. Nick G in the building. What's good, sir?
Salute.
Good morning.
Man, you in the
Good morning.
car? Where you going?
I'm about to drop the kids off.
Oh,
Shout out to Nick G. What's going on?
Nick G in the building. That's my ace. Y'all don't know, man. Me and Nick G started this journey together. People don't know. We should have just called. Should we have just called the show the Baldies? The Ballhead Show? Should that have been the name of the show when we first started?
That's funny. Nah. Nah.
Okay,
Nah.
okay.
Two ball.
Yeah.
The
That
Bald
should've been-
Avengers.
Yeah. That was in 2021, right? That was in 2020. 2020, I think is when it was, when we first started.
Before pandemic. Yeah.
Okay, I think Nick G froze up on us. Nick G, I think you froze up on us, boss.
Oh man, Agent Smith got him in the Matrix.
Oh, jeez.
Don't worry, Neo fight his way out. I seen him fight 50 agents one time.
Yeah, Mr. Anderson.
We've missed you.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
But you're right though, because every team needs role players. But I just think because what's going on with RJ, everybody's expecting it from everybody. Like, oh, you see how RJ's playing? You see how quickly he's playing? Why ain't Grimes playing like that? Like, so we kind of like our bias because we're expecting all our guys to be like that. When opposed to, hey, that not everybody's that special. Everybody has specialty jobs. But
Right.
I want Germs to step up offensively as well as Mitchell. So that way they are more involved in the game. Because if you look at last night's game, after he hit those 2 3 pointers, he just stopped playing. He was playing offense. He was at the 3 point line, just standing there. He was barely playing defense. Like he started slowing down, especially with the second team, as opposed to being like, "Hey, I need to be more active, more into the game." Yeah, we won on a blowout, but it goes the mindset. Because if we ended up losing, and they can't cut back into the league, then what? We got to put our starters back on.
I don't think I think, in my opinion, I think Grimes is playing at a high level, just not offensively. I think he's just a defensive specialist. That's it. I think what it is. I think we're trying to turn Wayne Corbett into Randy Moss, and he'll never be that. You know what I'm saying? Let Wayne Corbett be Wayne Corbett, and let Randy Moss be Randy Moss. Right?
Can can I ask a question right quick?
Yes, sir.
Why does Grimes need to like drive the ball and be aggressive and all that stuff? Like specifically to y'all? Because to me, I think role player. You need a role player. Like everyone can't have the ball. Everyone can't do multiple things with the ball because it gets complicated. And
Yeah.
the more complicated an offense is, like Mike D'Antoni always says, like when you get the ball, shoot the ball. Why? Because he doesn't want you to think too much. The more and more you think, doubt starts setting in. Like different scenarios start setting in, and you miss the shot and you overthink, or the defense catches up to you. I just don't see the point of okay, Grimes has to drive the ball. He has to be aggressive. He has to be all these things that people are trying to put on him.
Well,
Right.
you just said it, Nick G. No no aggression. You start overthinking, and I also look at it from the aspect of balance. You want to
Hmm.
keep defenses honest on the opposing team because once they start game planning for you and game planning for maybe two of your players on the team, you want to at least have some ace in the hole, somebody who can weather that storm during those scoring lapses, or when that person's having a bad scoring night, or when that team is having a bad scoring night. You need somebody to give you some level of balance in an unexpected way. The way that Emmanuel quickly came in and became the new Boston Strangler last season. Nobody was looking at him in that capacity until he became that player. And I'm looking at it from the aspect of it would be great to have a certain level of balance under those circumstances. Those, what I'm saying, instead of looking for a break glass in case of emergency type of situation, I would like to have balance already where you just don't know how to game plan for this. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's possible considering that the team we're about to go up against was doing that themselves.
So, are you willing to disturb the offensive groove just to incorporate Grimes?
No.
I
Is is
think
is
I
is
think
the upside
incorporating
is the
Grimes
upside
might
higher?
actually help the groove itself because the one thing we just started asking for Jalen Brunson to do is stop looking for your shot first
All the time, Jesus Christ!
and look for
Oh my!
somebody else and look
Pass
at
the
how.
ball, man.
But what happens when you pass the ball and the ball comes right back in your fan? What are you doing?
Right,
I'm passing it for a reason.
right.
And you're not giving me the option to do anything else but become the scorer. So while people are sitting here complaining about the one assist, look at who again. I'm trying to get other people involved. They don't want to be involved. I got no other choice.
let
I
me
got to do
pause it
what I
right
got to
there
do.
though. But he
I was
don't
gonna.
do that
Okay, go
though.
ahead.
He don't do that.
He
Brunson
doesn't,
don't,
but
yeah,
that's
he
the
don't do that. He won't pass it at all. And to your
right.
point, I think he don't pass to Grimes because of the scenario that you just mentioned. If I give it to him, all he gonna do is give it right back.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, but the thing is though, the thing is we have to, in that scenario that you're mentioning, then we have to be more creative in what we're passing for, right? The purpose of passing. We have to be more creative in that way, right? But in my opinion, listen, I'm playing the system the whole time. Hey, Nick G, you remember that song by the system?
Don't disturb this groove.
Don't disturb this groove. I'm feeling.
That might be before my time.
What? Leave
That might
that
be
sign
way
up
before.
on the door. I said,
Yeah,
don't
don't
disturb
disturb this
this
groove. Nah, right. Yeah.
groove.
I'm saying we in pocket right now. We in pocket, right? RJ is 23 points a game or 22, 23 points a game, 12th best defender, 7th best wing defender. That's all NBA defense right now. If the season ended today, he all NBA defense, right?
Uh-uh.
Right. And then he all star and all NBA defense. And we gonna risk that. We gonna risk that just so that Grimes can get in pocket.
But it's
Well,
We
not.
don't need a tambourine right now, bro.
It's
We in
it's not
pocket right
that.
now.
Okay, it's not that. It's like
can
what
I?
you're gonna do when you take Grimes out of it offensively. You're literally giving the defense a 5-on-4. We already know that Mitchell's having problems being one of the four. So you really got like three key scores you got to worry about, as opposed to Grimes. What
Right.
all I'm trying to say is he needs to take opportunities. Like prime example, Robert Ory. Robert Ory was a defensive guy and he was a role player, but he knew when to step up and score, when to take advantage of the defense, draw fouls, change the tempo of the game. That's all I'm asking him to do. When it's your time to shoot that three, like you shot the first two threes in the third period, third quarter, you made them, good. Why did you take two more shots and try to keep going at the same spot as opposed to attacking the basket with the second team? Him being like that, where he has that mindset, hey, I could take 2, 3 shots, make these, get on there. The defense now has to prepare for him because if Randall, RJ, or Brunson are off and he's getting a little bit of a streak, the defense is going to start to shift to him, open it up for them. But all I want Grimes to be is like a Robert Ory. Not saying he has to be out here scoring 25 points, but right time, right situation, take advantage offensively to where the defense needs to prepare for you. It's
Right.
just another. It's just another point on the board.
And again, it keeps defenses honest, keeps them
What,
guessing. So you just don't game plan for Jalen Brunson in his Brunson
RJ and
burner.
Randall. Yeah.
You don't sit there have to. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like there's so many aspects at that point where you're looking at if this guy does something that keeps the defenses honest, keeps
And
them guessing.
it could be a quick little layup, get back on defense, still come down with the ball, score again, call a timeout. They do just something like that once in every few games. Get 2, 3 key plays where you're scoring and you're transitioning with the offense. Be more involved. You got to be involved to be in this groove. You know what I'm saying? You can't make a move and then just stop. You got to keep the groove going.
Now, on the other hand, it is funny when Unc goes live and Grimes does something like that, and he's begging him, pleading with him, screaming at the screen to take the shot.
Yeah.
Now, on one hand, if you don't want him to shoot, if you want him to be the role player, the ROLE player, and he does this, for me personally, that's the entertainment aspect of it. Watching Unc lose his mind that this open shot that he could have taken, he ends up
Right.
passing it to Julius Randle for a contested
Yeah.
mid
He's
range.
throwing it to Mitchell Robinson up top for three. But DSJ, Nick, let me make room for Nick G because I think Nick G wanted to jump in.
yeah, the dynamic duo was going at it, so I had to, I had to let
Oh,
them cook. But
You calling us the Wonder Twins, bro? What you mean?
Thundercats, oh, like y'all putting arms together.
Hey, we
So,
form like Voltron.
Right.
but So the one thing that I would say is this: I'm pretty sure we all played some type of hoop. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
God damn!
Ooh.
This lady ain't even watch where she was going. All right, sorry, my bad. Even my kids saying, "Yeah, I know." Anyway,
She sound like she jumped in too. Like, what's she watching?
Lil G,
yo,
that's Lil Nick. That's Lil Nick right there.
That sounds just like Uncle Freezie when he sees
Yeah.
Grimes pass.
Yeah.
yo, she ain't even watch where she was going, man. She just like turned into my lane. All right, whatever. So this is the thing that I do think we all played some type of hoops.
Yeah.
You know that one shooter on the other team that you had to defend. What do you do when that guy is like real good and has a quick trigger? You never leave him. The one thing that I think sometimes we kind of skip over with the thing with Grimes is just his position and just standing outside of the court means that his man can't double team or drop down into the paint because he's such a quick trigger. And just by him standing there is him playing a role, quote unquote, and also too drawing people away from the defense, meaning that RJ now could drive to the basket with one less person dropping into the paint. Same thing with Randall. Same thing with Brunson. So I don't want us to like get too far ahead and say like Grimes has to do this and be aggressive and do all these things, but not realize that just him standing outside of the paint because of his quick trigger and his ability, because I want to remind people that this is actually something not many people know, to be honest. Grimes once upon a time scored 15 points in, I want to say, 10 seconds in college. He is that quick of a trigger. Like, he is good. Let's not just dismiss the fact that he could do stuff with the ball, mainly from three. Yes, driving to the basket is nice. He did that last year. I think defenses has adjusted to him driving to the basket, but for the most part, like Grimes does do a lot just by standing outside.
But hey, but I get what you're saying. I think the two things, I think our points are like two ships passing each other in the night. Incorporating Grimes and Grimes shooting the ball are two different things in my mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when DSJ said Uncle Freezie wants Grimes to shoot or he'll have a meltdown, I do, right? But what I'm saying is we should not change what we do offensively to get Grimes those looks. If Grimes gets those looks in the flow of the game, shoot the ball, right? But to change up offensively what we're doing to get Grimes involved in the offense, to me, I'm saying don't disturb this groove, bro. Stay in that pocket, right? But if Grimes can just take open shots in this pocket, I'm for it, right? But if we all of a sudden stop running zoom actions off the wing to get RJ Barrett the ball on the move going towards the rim, say if we just start running down screens with Barrett just to get Grimes shots on the wing, and now RJ Barrett is in a dunker spot. RJ Barrett ain't no dunker, bro. RJ Barrett is not no. What's RJ Barrett gonna do out of the dunker spot? Nothing. He clogging the lane, right? Because RJ Barrett's not gonna jump over the top of nobody. RJ Barrett is not 7 foot tall, right? And then if you say, well, how about have Mitch screen for Grimes at the top of the key, right? And then either roll to the basket or slide to the pop spot, right? Why are we doing that with Grimes when we could just let Julius Randle run that 4-5 pick and roll, and then both of those guys can be threats at the same time, and just have Grimes spotted up in the corner.
There's another alternative.
Or we could just keep doing what we're doing, and when Grimes get an open shot, take it.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. Just take the open shot, stop being the next guy to miss the pass. Be more involved.
There's another alternative to that too.
No, that's
we can allow East Blue Drew to take the spot of Quentin Grimes since he's tired of us talking about Quentin Grimes. So you can go ahead and score all those points, my brother, and we're gonna cheer you on in the Blorange Tears family.
And we gonna buy his jersey.
I was just gonna say, all he got to do is, to be honest, if he lays down his shots, there's nothing that we would have to say negative about Grimes. He gets his looks. I wasn't talking about him at the 3-point range and just standing around doing nothing. That's a good point. But what I'm saying is move around the 3-point line, draw your man out, get in a position to where you can use your quick release to your advantage. I'm only asking you to make 2 3-pointers and maybe drive twice a game. I'm not asking you to do that much. But to some people, they're like, oh, that's a lot. No, he has a good shot. He has a good. We want him to just be consistent on his 8 points at the right time.
Yeah.
King Ribby was good, bro.
King Ribby, salute.
Salute, bro. How you doing?
Hey man, we good. Your mic kind of low, bro.
Oh, it's low?
No, you good now. You good now. Okay.
Okay.
Hey man. Hey, so King Ribby, what we're talking about doing is taking the ball out of RJ hands so that we can get
Nah,
Grimes more
that's cat.
We didn't say that.
In
We
the
didn't
chip, in
say
the
that.
channel and stuff like that. I was just taking a shower. That's it. Yeah.
Huh?
I said I was in the panel and stuff like that. I was just taking a shower. That's all.
Bro, it's okay. So if Grimes takes more shots, does that wait a minute? So you think the Knicks are gonna ramp up their offense to get more shots for Grimes? Or are you gonna take shots away from somebody else and give them to Grimes?
I think, to be honest, I think everybody is set to it as far as the shots, stuff like that. So I don't think nobody should be taking more or less shots.
So we
But
gotta
if
so that means the offense has to create more shots for Grimes. So instead of us taking 91, we got to take like 97 shots a game so Grimes can get more shots.
No.
I mean,
No.
It can't be both.
But
Either
if
you're gonna
Mitchell-
take shots away from someone else and give them to Grimes,
Yes.
or you're gonna have to create shots for Grimes.
so I would
Okay.
rather create shots
What I
than
was
take
gonna
away
say is
shots.
Hold on, BT, hold on. I'm just let King Ribby say. I'm just asking King Ribby, like, so should we take shots away from Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett, and Julius Randle and give them to Grimes? Say one shot apiece.
All right. Boy, man. All right. To be honest, because I think like Grimes, like making his shots, man, or something like to be honest. So it's like you giving him shots, and it's like he's not gonna. I don't. Oh God, I don't like to like dash players and things like that. That's why I don't really want to.
So then you agree with BT then?
I guess so because like
there's nothing wrong with agreeing with BT. With BT,
then I think I agree with BT then.
Okay. BT, then they agree with you, bro.
No, I'm just gonna also throw another thing out there. I'm not trying to argue, but Robinson is our offensive rebounder. Those second chance opportunities, Grimes could get down there and help out and get secondary opportunities for more shots. He could help out that way too. He doesn't have to be involved in the play. There's other ways he can contribute offensively, even grabbing rebounds with Mitchell. That can help out even better. Even though he may not go up in scoring, he solidifies in both defense and rebounding. He doesn't have to just score. So for me, it's like I want to see the scoring. When he has the open shot, take it. But if he's going to do all serious change, it should be rebounding it. It should be him, Randall, and Mitchell should be the top leaders in rebounding. It shouldn't be Mitchell, Randall, and Hart. Because Grimes is on the first team. Nah, that was it.
I agree.
Okay.
Because that, like I said, him grabbing more offensive rebounds helps the team. We get more shots with that because we got another rebounder involved. So those shots you're talking about, that the 91 shots that we took, him grabbing 2-3 more boards, that could get him an extra shot or two. He could go right back up, get an and one, stuff like that.
But who are you talking about though?
I'm talking about Grimes. Grimes could get more involved with the offensive and rebounding to get a second chance opportunity. That's what I was saying. He doesn't have to be involved in the play. He could be grabbing an offensive rebound, going right back up with it. That's what I'm talking about, as well as him being involved offensively. It doesn't just have to be plays, because he grabbed that extra rebound. That's an extra shot we get.
At this point, I'm still trying to get rid of Grimes so we can put East Blue Drew in the game. That way he can give us all free Knicks tickets whenever they play at the Garden.
Wait, what
Swag.
happened? Wait, what happened? Who giving out free tickets?
East Blue Drew. Hey, listen. Once we waive Grimes and we sign East Blue Drew,
You
it'll be
serious?
nothing but
I'm about to move back to
it's
New
gonna be
York,
nothing
yo.
but it's gonna be nothing but listen. It's gonna be nothing but Kith gear and
Nigga
Nick
said
City
Kith gear.
jerseys.
Yeah.
I'm about to move back to New York if you're giving out free garden tickets, man. I think the nosebleed
East
is
Blue
at like
East Blue
500.
Drew. Hey, listen, East Blue Drew. I just became your agent, brother.
Right. All right. So but here's the reason why I ask y'all this, right? The thing is Grimes don't get many shots, right? And the Knicks are 5th in the NBA in shot attempts. 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th in shot attempts, right? In shot attempts, right? And the fact that we're talking about Grimes doesn't get enough shots, it's not a Knicks issue. It's not a Knicks style issue. It's not a Knicks system issue. It's not a Knicks scheme issue. It's the fact that Grimes won't shoot. Y'all begging him to shoot and he don't want to. And we out here pounding the table like, yo, man, Grimes needs to shoot more. No, Grimes needs to be more assertive and more aggressive. DSJ said it himself, right? He said it himself. That
Be
Brunson
aggressive
passes him the
offensively.
ball and he passes it right back.
Yeah, I ain't
Yeah,
seen that.
And Keyshawn, what's good? Keyshawn, now the ISO ball thing is played out, bro. You got to come with it. You got to come with a better statement than that, bro. It's not ISO ball no more. That's last year's topic. That ain't this year's topic, bro. This year's topic, that Tom Thibodeau has a system in place for these cats to run, and everybody's touching it. Now, what they do with it when they touch it, pause, is up to them, right? It's
So
not
I'm
like,
talking about Tom Thibodeau's rotations as well.
yeah, that's played out too. Yeah,
I'm
that's last year's topic. You know what I'm saying? That's last year's topic because the minutes distribution is way different than it was last year. You know what I'm saying? And then the fact that the Knicks are at least looking to be dominant in certain areas. Last year the Knicks were not dominant in a certain area. This year they're dominant in certain areas. So when we criticize certain stuff, we just have to be cognizant of what we're saying. You know what I'm saying? What we're saying is facts. You know what I'm saying? You know, to talk about, if we out here talking about, man, he keep putting Alec Burks at point guard. Alec Burks ain't even hitting no more, bro. That's a topic from 2 years ago.
He playing Randall and Hartenstein. He's playing quickly
careful,
and
Uncle Freezie.
Brunson.
Next thing you know, we'll trade for him. We'll give up a player in the
We'll
first
trade
round
IQ
pick.
for Alec Burks. We'll trade IQ for Alec Burks.
Why would you put that out there?
And a first round pick because you
Why
know they
would
go
you
hand
put
in
that
hand.
out there? Yo, they still mad about the whole us getting Hart, giving up a draft pick for Hart. So yeah, I wouldn't blame them.
Yeah.
But nah, man, the thing is our team, like you said, our identity has starting to show itself, and the fact that our team is this good, Tibbs is playing multiple different positions. Like most people don't even realize, Sims finally got some minutes, and he only played 9 minutes the first 8 games total. But he played mostly in the Charlotte game. I'm being serious. He played like 7 minutes in the Charlotte game. We've never really had that to where we were using our third stringers to get minutes on the court. We were too busy with a 9-man rotation.
You don't
Nah,
think it's
brother.
because we
I
blew them out?
fouled out because I saw all them expletives that Tibbs was shouting yesterday.
Yeah.
On the sideline, the moment that sixth foul got got whistled.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is we know how he was last year, where he would still put his starters back in the game. He did it with Randall this season. Kept Randall in the game after he was like, even the Charlotte game. Randall's like, yo, I want out. He let him stay in for extra minute. Instead of going back to, you see what I'm saying? He's starting to put faith into the younger guys. Instead of sticking with the original crew and just leaving, the starting 5 up and just rotating out 4 other players, he's actually allowing other people to play.
And are they winning? Is it successful?
Not right now.
I think that should be the topic. But let me say this though to Richard Kenny. Salute to our people in Ireland. Richard Kenny is in the building. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Salute.
Richard Kenny.
Much love to our people, you know what I'm saying, across the water. those are people's salute. My bad, BT. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do salutations.
Nah, man. We gotta give salutations.
Yeah. But the thing I wanted to get to is this: are we seeing the very best version that we've seen of Emmanuel Quickly? I think so.
And it's
Are
more.
we seeing the best version of RJ Barrett? I think so.
Hell yeah.
And if that's the case, what are we complaining about? Are we picking nits now? Because if we're picking nits, there's a lot of nits to be picked. We could do a lot of nitpicking, right? I mean, Mitchell Robinson shooting 52%. We could talk about that. Mitchell, to me, is having the best year of his career, right? But if we picking nits, man, hey, let's do it. Because a center in the NBA that's not a jump shooter, shooting 52% from the floor, and all you do is dunk.
Then you're just Kevon Looney.
Yeah. Amen, brother.
I think that's for like the casual fans that's like wanna like have a debate, like just always want to debate about anything that the Knicks is doing lacking or anything, so they just wanna,
Yeah. I saw I was laughing because I was on another show and they had the downfall of the Knicks, and I was laughing and I went on the show. All of them was like, they don't watch the Knicks, but they hate them. And I'm like, what is it about us that you don't like? And I went down through the stats with them and I told them what we were doing. They were like, wow, you guys actually are a good team. We just don't like you anyway. So, like you said, they just like to argue against the Knicks for whatever reason without even knowing. People don't even know how our team is.
Knicks for clicks, man. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Well, again, you can blame sports media for that. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they'll be calling LeBron James the GOAT.
LeBron James is the GOAT, bro. What are we talking about?
No.
What are we? LeBron James and so I think LeBron James is the GOAT. As a matter of fact, I'm all for the Knicks right now trading for LeBron James. Right now.
Yo, in this conference?
Do you think right now, if LeBron James came to the team right now, we win the chip?
Instantly.
You can play half the game and we winning the chip. You just put him in the fourth and the second quarter, we winning the games, man. At his age, how he's playing with his team,
but you have no idea. Y'all have no idea what or at least I think y'all have an idea, but I think y'all may not be thinking about the gravitas that LeBron James has the highest basketball IQ of anybody we've ever seen play NBA basketball.
So hold on, not to cut you off. You wouldn't have to give up nobody. It's just he gonna come on the team by himself. That's it. No, nobody else. We not gonna lose anybody. Basically,
all right. Let me just say it like this. Okay. Yeah, bro. My bad.
Nah, I was just gonna say I'm not a LeBron James fan, but if we get LeBron James and Mitchell down low, let's just say Mitchell. Let's say we lose Randall and we lose, let's say Quickly, just to say. The amount of work that LeBron James offensively is gonna do with him and Mitchell rebounding and the way he's gonna play and contribute and mentoring the guys how to actually see things differently. Hey, you need to be here. Hey, you need to be there. Yeah, we're hitting the Eastern Conference Finals. And he will do less work here because it's not like the West where everybody's big and shoots the long ball, and it would be less work here because he already has a bunch of young guys who are clicking.
Well, BT, let me break your heart right now.
Don't do it.
The moment that LeBron James gets over here, Mitchell Robinson will be shipped to Cleveland for Tristan Thompson.
Why would you do that?
He getting his buddies. You ain't got to worry about. You ain't got to worry about Quentin Grimes not scoring.
But Tristan Thompson never played for the Lakers though.
How?
Right. Yeah.
No, he retired.
He
retired at that point. He was commentating for the NBA Today.
Right. But my thing is when you bring in a LeBron James type player to this organization, all the stuff, all y'all preconceived notions will be washed away, right? Because of the mere fact that we think we are super smart NBA fans, and we like to think that, and I'm including myself, right, in this conversation. So it's no shot at everybody. This is just us as a group. We think we are, smart NBA fans, and we probably are, right? And we can critique what goes on the floor, but we've never had a player this great
Facts.
in our organization. So we've never seen a high level, a high IQ basketball team. Because once LeBron James gets here with Jalen Brunson and Emmanuel Quickly and Quentin Grimes and RJ Barrett and Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson, right? Once we get that here, all of their collective IQs go up because LeBron is teaching them in real time. No, don't make that cut, make this cut.
Yeah,
No,
you're
don't
right.
go there, do this. Right? We have never had that guy. LeBron James basketball IQ is probably higher than Tom Thibodeau. And no shot and no dig at Tibbs. This is not a dig at Tibbs or other NBA coaches. But
He's a coach,
LeBron
that's
James sees the game at such a level, bro. He sees the game at such a level that it's something that we've never seen before. We've always been victims to it, right? We've never been the ones we've never been the team that does it to others. We've always been the victims.
Never the
We're always
recipients.
the ones like, yo, how come such and such is always so wide open at the rim? It's not because that person is better. It's because they know the game better than us.
You don't.
Right. It's like with Draymond Green. People are like, man, Draymond Green is such a headache, man. I would never have Draymond Green.
I would. I ain't gonna front.
And for people that say that, also are the teams that never have NBA titles. But to not consider LeBron, to me, is mind-boggling in a sense of, if you don't get LeBron and you win 46 games, you mad. If you get LeBron and he come in and he make you mad because he do it his way to a championship, you mad. To me, it's mind-boggling. I think you gotta chase it, bro. DSJ, I'm gonna ask DSJ this. As long as you've been watching basketball, have the Knicks ever had the best player in the NBA?
No.
King Ribbon, that's a legit question. I'm not putting him on the spot because bro, I've been watching the Knicks since 1973. I'm talking about with real eyes since 1973, right?
I don't know. Though, according to all them trade packages, I swear, we got a almost Hall of Fame.
What? Who?
Wall and MSG, all the players that could have came to the Knicks. Kobe Bryant was the most. Kobe Bryant was about to ask to be freed of his time in the Lakers. The Knicks would go get him.
Yeah, and we don't.
Kyrie Irving mentioned the Knicks being one of his 4 destinations.
Yeah.
LeBron James before the decision.
Yeah, that too. But we weren't ready. We were a calamity. Now giving credit to the front office, even though they hadn't made the major move yet, and it's frustrating that they have not. But the one thing they have done is freed us of calamity. They freed us of calamity. And what I'm saying, and the reason why I say LeBron James should be on the radar is because we all know LeBron James is on the back nine of his career. LeBron James probably has 2 good seasons left, right? Probably this one and next season, right? But the thing about it is LeBron James, his athleticism is so great that even if he loses some, he's still more athletic than Zach LaVine. Right?
That's impossible. Like, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, LeBron James, if LeBron James loses 10% of his athleticism, he's Anthony Edwards. Right? And in terms of his basketball IQ, your basketball IQ doesn't diminish. It actually gets better over time. That's why dudes that leave the game wind up being coaches, right? Because their basketball IQ is so high. They just get better and better over time. And if we can add, for instance, if we're saying that LeBron James wouldn't raise the basketball IQ of Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, and RJ Barrett, I think we're bugging. Just LeBron James on the floor with RJ Barrett
Exactly.
and Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson raises all of their basketball IQs, bro.
I was just about to say that his presence alone is gonna just yeah.
And you
Yeah.
also have him as the main facilitator, the way you ain't even got to worry about who's getting the ball, who's getting this, everybody touching it, and the coach could just sit back and let him go.
His feet up. Tibbs would have
Yeah.
his feet up.
And
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you know what it also does? If just by getting LeBron James, you know what it also does?
Yeah.
It turns Jalen Brunson into a weapon, like how he used to be when he played
With
next to Luka
Kyrie.
Doncic.
Oh,
You remember how Jalen Brunson was weapon X next to Luka Doncic?
Yeah.
If you add a LeBron where Jalen Brunson can just play free and just be an assassin on the floor, bro. Now you're talking about unlocking weapon X in Jalen Brunson. Now, who may be in a diminished role? Quentin Grimes might be in a
Julius
diminished role,
Randle.
right? But and listen, I'm not about to have this I prefer Quentin Grimes over LeBron James conversation because that's ridiculous, right? But at the same time, Quentin Grimes is young enough where if you know what I'm saying, if you repress his role a little bit, let him be defense only, learn from LeBron, bring your basketball IQ up in 2 years. In 2 years, I think now Grimes is going to be that guy that's going to be leveling up. Because if you're depending on Julius Randle and RJ Barrett to teach Quentin Grimes, Mitchell Robinson teaching Quentin Grimes instead of LeBron,
Yeah, that's a fact.
I think it's crazy. Now, will the Knicks trade for LeBron James? No, right? Because of political reasons. LeBron James is clutch. We have a CAA front office. You know what I'm saying? Will LeBron James want to come to New York and be leave LA, you know what I'm saying, move his kids to move his family to you. Will LeBron James want to do all of that? Probably not. Right? Probably not.
With
But
his son,
the thought of it is intriguing.
what if Bronny get drafted to the Knicks?
Will the Knicks take? We don't know.
If Bronny get drafted to the Knicks, LeBron coming.
How we gonna get him?
How many years he got?
He got so
I think it's
LeBron had
3 more.
LeBron has this year
Okay.
in a player option, right?
Yeah, LeBron got
we
2
be
more
bringing
years.
half
This
the
year and next
roster.
year's a play option.
So next year, so this summer coming up, he has a player option, right? So
I
he'll
think
probably
so.
terminate that and just walk
Option.
to New York if we draft him. But the thing about it is we can't just do that because we don't have the money.
Nah, I know.
Because we paid Josh Hart.
Quickly's
Josh,
contract's
Josh
coming
Hart
up.
going to
Yeah.
LA. He going right back to
Randall,
LA.
RJ's contract coming up. Like, these extensions are
James
about to be
contract
outdated.
coming up first. Randall's and Brunson's.
I
Not
think
Quickly.
it'll be a challenge for
Quickly's
this front
coming
office,
first.
though.
Yeah.
It's Quickly, then Randall, then RJ, and Brunson.
it's Randall and Brunson.
Oh yeah,
RJ
you're right.
Are
Yeah, my
is
fault.
extension
last.
eligible. But
Yeah.
you can do their extensions after you
Yeah.
sign LeBron.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can also do the Quickly transaction after you sign LeBron. You just got to clear the 40 whatever, $45 million, $50 million that he asked for. You just got to clear that. And the smart thing is if it's a possibility, then you got to keep Evan Fournier. You can't trade Fournier. You got to keep him. And so what that does is when you terminate his the team option, that'll free up about $19.5, $20 million. So then that means all you have to do is clear another $25 million off your cap. and that might call for you trading
Josh Hart.
DiVincenzo and Josh Hart
I just said
to
that.
clear up that $30 million.
Josh Hart and
I'm gonna
Vincenzo.
cry about that one.
Shit, I was
DD.
man. Hart and Vincenzo, LeBron, and we get That's a dream that I know can't come true. That's even now. I'll take that deal now.
But
As only
Uncle Freezie, you're forgetting the other catalyst to this whole trade. All those unprotected draft picks that we're gonna have to give about 17 unprotected draft picks to get this deal done.
Nah,
No, not if he terminates his team option.
Yeah. At
He's
that
gonna-
point,
he's gonna- he's gonna
if he
opt
terminates
in.
his player option, he could just walk here for free.
if
He's
that's the
gonna
case,
opt
I'd
in.
be like, yo, LeBron, get in our draft room. Let's see who we need with our high IQs. You can use them other ways too. I'm just saying, if we had that opportunity, use the IQ. Hey, what players you think we can develop, and what do you think we can do? Get some IQ in the front office as well. We don't have to just have him as a player. Like I said, LeBron James's IQ, I don't think he's the GOAT, but his IQ and the way he plays the game, I have never seen a player like that.
Yeah, he the GOAT, bro. He the GOAT. Right? You know how
Billy Goat.
Not
okay.
So what makes so who's y'all GOAT then?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Now listen, I think he's one of them.
Just ask who's y'all GOAT? Steph Curry?
No.
So if you had to choose out of Kobe or LeBron, who you choosing?
Wait, no, I'm asking. I already had a question. So who's the GOAT? Who's your GOAT?
Okay, for me, my GOAT, because I watched him play and I liked his game.
I say LeBron.
Like I said, off of my rules, it's Hakeem. I liked how Hakeem played. I haven't seen a big man move like that, talk smack, just dominate and glide across the floor like he's dancing. That's my GOAT. And plus with the blocks and the defense based off of what I like. That's why when people talk about GOAT conversations, it's impossible. Because even before him, I like Dr. J, but I never saw Dr. J's game like that. So for me, my GOAT was Hakeem.
Okay. DSJ, who's your GOAT, bro?
The GOAT conversation is always subjective, but for me, it'll be Jordan because he was heralded by his peers who happened to be, at that time, considered the greatest basketball players of that time.
Jordan's a bum.
Okay.
You said Jordan's a bum?
Yeah,
Yeah, he wilding.
All his best games were against us, man. It hurts to be cheering for that man. I'm sorry. It's like cheering for Reggie Miller.
Okay. King Ribby, who's your GOAT, bro?
It's a wild one, but I gotta say LeBron.
Right. I'm saying LeBron James is the GOAT.
I ain't gonna lie.
Everybody, I think it's a 2-horse race. I think it's Michael Jordan and LeBron James. In my opinion. No disrespect to anybody else's.
I think
because somebody might sit there and throw in like
is gonna be Michael Jordan. But then as the new generation is LeBron. From my opinion, what I've been watching and seeing and things like that and hearing. But yeah.
Like the last 20 was Jordan, the new 20 is LeBron. That's basically what it is. It's like every 20 years we're having these conversations.
Yeah, okay. So here's why I say LeBron is the GOAT, right? And so I'm just gonna do a comparison just really quick. So Michael Jordan is a great player. Michael Jordan, in my mind, is better than everybody that he played against in the 90s. Michael Jordan is better than everybody else. Everybody he played against in the 80s, right? The 2000s Mike was washed up. He was 40, so we're not even counting that, right? But what I'm gonna say to everybody is the reason why Michael Jordan is in the GOAT conversation is because he had a stable organization in the Chicago Bulls, right? They had stable executives. He had a Hall of Fame coach, and he had a Hall of Fame top 75 player that was his age playing as his wingman. right? And with that said, anybody else that you put in the GOAT conversation, if they had those type of settings, they would be considered being better than Michael Jordan. And here's what I'm gonna say to you. Here's the reason why I say that. If LeBron James played alongside Kevin Durant for his entire career and had Greg Popovich coaching him, LeBron James may have 9 NBA titles. Right? But Michael Jordan had Phil Jackson, who not only won 6 titles with Mike, but went to another organization and went to the championship 6 times with the Lakers and won 5 of them. 3 of them he had Shaq and Kobe together, and then 2 of them he had Kobe and a bunch of dudes.
Kobe and Powell.
Kobe and a bunch of dudes.
Right. But if you can imagine the best coach of this era, whoever you think it is, Steve Kerr, Greg Popovich, Eric Spoelstra, whoever, whichever coach you choose, if you give LeBron James that coach for 10 plus seasons and give him a top 5 player of his era, and it doesn't even have to be Kevin Durant, who came in like 2007 or whenever he came in, 2008. It could be as simple as Chris Paul, Carmelo Anthony. You give Carmelo Anthony and LeBron James, getting them to play together in their primes for a decade for a stable franchise like San Antonio, with the best coach in the game like Popovich or Kerr or Spoelstra, then I think LeBron James by far passes what Michael Jordan does in his career. And the fact that LeBron James won championships for coaches you can't even remember. Yeah. Hey, King Ribby, who was the coach that won a championship when LeBron won it with the Lakers? See what I mean? See what I mean?
Frank Vogel.
You see what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
in the bubble?
Sorry to break your heart. I know you're trying to make a point.
But is Frank Vogel Phil Jackson?
No.
No, absolutely not.
Right. He won a championship with Tyronn Lue. Is Tyronn Lue Phil Jackson?
No.
So I see it now. You're saying because his IQ is that high enough to where he doesn't need coaching, he still won on his own without a superstar like a Pippen by his side. He did it his own.
Just imagine whoever your best coach, whoever it is, whoever you feel like is the best coach of LeBron James's career, whoever it is, whether it's Popovich, Spoelstra, Kerr, Larry Brown, I don't care who it is, whatever coach it is you pick. If you put LeBron and Carmelo Anthony together, right, and then get a third player that's maybe a top 75, a third player that's like a top 50 player. So you put, then
he'd be a Miami Heat.
Or well, I wouldn't say Miami Heat, right? But let's say Miami Heat. Let's say that Spoelstra, stable organization. I don't know if Dwayne Wade was at the tippy top, but let's just say it.
Top 75 player.
Right. What? Hey, so how did my LeBron James era in Miami go?
2-2.
They won 2 championships in 4 years, right?
Yeah, and they went to the finals.
And went to the finals. I think they went to the finals every year, right?
Every year.
No. One, except for 1 year. No, that was when he went back to Cavs.
No,
that was with the Magic, where he lost to Dwight Howard. Yeah, you're right.
First year they lose to the Mavs. Second year they beat OKC.
They won.
Third year they beat San Antonio. Fourth year San Antonio gets revenge.
Yep. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And then DSJ, what dynasty did Michael Jordan play against? What dynasty was there in the Western Conference when Michael Jordan was winning championships in the Eastern Conference?
There wasn't. It was wide open.
Utah was dominant, but that's about it. Let's be real. They played them twice, and Utah.
Yeah, but when they played Utah, Karl Malone and Stockton were old.
Yeah.
These dudes were 35 years old.
I want to take
And
the time
for
to at least
that
say shout out to. I'm sorry.
and for that reason, and I know what I'm saying right now seems like it's above the clouds, right? It seems like I'm above the clouds with the comparisons. But when it comes to conversations and things like this, I would just like to speak to things that are above the clouds, like not just mentioning, not sleeping on top of the covers, so to speak, right? Drilling down into it. What makes Michael Jordan the GOAT? You can't just tell me that his sneakers were fire. Mike was the GOAT because his sneakers still outsell LeBron's. Nah, that don't make him the GOAT. What makes him the GOAT is that he was a great NBA player. Top 5 NBA player of all time. Right? Stable franchise. Played with Scottie Pippen all those years. Right? Excellent coach. Hall of Fame level coach. More championships than anybody else. Right? But if you give LeBron all those things, can LeBron get the same results? Absolutely, in my mind.
I think he'd do more. Like he went to he's been in the playoffs for 10 years out of his career. So and he won 4 championships. So
right. Been to the finals,
with the coaching plus his IQ, just one all-star that's like a top 20 with LeBron. I'm not talking about Kyrie. If he had one top 20 player, I mean he had AD, of course, recently, but I'm talking about in the beginning of his career. Like if he started off with like just another top 20 superstar, they would have ran the table. It would have been like a new Shaq and Kobe.
Right. It would be in my mind, it would be like Jimmy Butler is like a top 50, top 30 NBA player right now, right? Like a top 30 NBA player. But what if you put Giannis, who's a top 10 NBA player, and Luka on that team? Giannis, Luka, and Jimmy Butler. And Eric Spoelstra is the coach for a super stable franchise. How many championships would they win?
Wins. They might
how many championships would they win?
They might hit 80 wins. I'm telling you,
that's elite superpower. Like the hell?
Yeah,
right. That was the Chicago Bulls. I know the 90s were 30 years ago, 30 or so years ago, and people don't remember. But Scottie Pippen, in his prime, was a top 10 NBA player in his prime.
Very cool.
And then you couple that with the fact that they had Dennis Rodman at times. They had Horace Grant, who was probably a top 50 player, right?
Ron Harper.
Yeah, and then they had a Hall of Fame level coach that was gonna. If you think Spoelstra, Phil Jackson on the bench is 3 times better than Eric Spoelstra. and no disrespect to Spoelstra because he's still young. Spoelstra is still. How old is Spoelstra? 50. Spoelstra is young, bro. I'm gonna look it up. Spoelstra's age. So Spoelstra is 50. Oh yeah, Spoelstra is 53.
53 years old. Yeah.
Our coach is 12 years older than him, bro.
This is an old fart, man.
Yeah, man.
He does his thing though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm just saying that for that reason, I'm sharing my line of thinking. Now, I may be incorrect, right? I may be thinking above the clouds, maybe too far, right? Maybe I need to come back down to earth, right? But in my mind, if you give LeBron all the resources you gave Michael Jordan, I think he wins. Shoot, listen, they gave Kobe all the same resources, and Kobe won 5 championships, bro. Some people say Kobe is the GOAT. You gave Kobe Bryant all
I
the
ain't
same,
gonna lie.
similar resources, right? Those last 2 championships he won, he was basically out there single-handed, basically in theory, right? But if you would have gave Kobe those last 4 years of Kobe career, like those last weird years, if you would have gave Kobe Kevin Durant and Steph Curry, they would have won 5 championships. For that reason, I say that Mike is in the GOAT conversation, but I don't want to say Mike is the GOAT. Because I think there is it's like King Ribby, you ever went to a concert and say you go to a Jay-Z concert at Madison Square Garden, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Jay-Z, and he ends the show, like he rocks the crowd, and then he ends the show with say Dead Presidents or New York State of Mind, right? Something like I mean, not New York State of Mind, but what's the song with him and Alicia Keys?
New York.
New York.
New York. I'm from New
Empire
York.
State of Mind.
Empire State of Mind, right? So say he ends the show with Empire State of Mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And everybody's like, "Oh my God, Jay-Z is the GOAT," and you forget about everybody that produced the song, all the live singers that was there, right? You forget about the DJ, you forget about the concert promoter, you forget about MSG security, you forget about MSG period, who is gonna draw. MSG is gonna sell out regardless who you put in there.
Facts.
Right? MSG, Billy Joel will sell out MSG, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like saying, "Oh, Jay-Z is the GOAT because he brought out Alicia Keys and she said, 'Oh, New York, something is made.'" You forget about all the people that contributed to Jay-Z greatness. For that reason, I'm saying that I can't just say Mike is the GOAT. Because a lot of people contributed to it. A lot of people were excellent in Michael Jordan's run as the GOAT. Their front office, the coaching staff, Scottie
Judd
Pippen,
Bushler.
Judd Bush, Jack White waving a towel. You remember Jack White waving a towel after every 6-0 run? Jack White like, "Hey!" People forget about that. People forget about Robert Parrish and John Sally coming off the bench.
Even Scott Burrell had a special spot in the documentary.
John Sally, man.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. People forget about Luke Longley. Right?
John Sally, man.
John Sally, that traitor. How you sit there and go from Detroit bad boy Pistons to joining the rival Chicago Bulls. The nerve of you, sir.
The nerve of you wanting to get a paycheck. What's wrong with you, John Sally?
You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, you could have went and joined the New Jersey Nets and been closer to home.
You'd have been closer to home. Yeah, but DSJ, you see what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be esoteric on purpose. People think sometimes I just make stuff up just to be talking, bro. But in this case right here, look, for instance, what's the lady name? Jeez, I forgot the singer name already. Lisa Fisher. You remember Lisa Fisher? How Can I Ease the Pain?
No.
Yeah.
You know how Lisa Fisher hit that note? How can I? And then she hit this note. I mean, it's like a mini Ripperton type note, right?
She sat in glasses for sure.
Yeah, and people are like, "Oh my God, that's the best singer I've ever heard." And then you like, relax. You gotta first of all, she didn't write the music, she didn't play the music, right? She didn't compose anything. And in that moment, all she did was showed up and sang. Now, did she do a great job? She was fantastic. But let's give the surrounding parts credit too. You don't get here. Nobody gets to be great on their own. And for that reason, I say LeBron James is the GOAT.
Y'all better give it up for Anderson Varejao.
Yeah. And what's the dude? The Zydrunas Ilgauskas.
Yeah.
Give it up
They,
big to Big
they
Z
go
for
to they go to
3.
All Star. They go to All Star. LeBron played with in Cleveland.
Yeah, right.
Like Tunis.
Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says LeBron played with more great players than MJ. That don't matter because greatness is on degree, right? Just because, and okay, so just because you played with more All Stars doesn't mean you played with a top 20 all-time player, right? Right, that's like saying, man, he played with Randall and Karan Butler and Chris Middleton and Tobias Harris, all these all-stars, right? But did he play with Scottie Pippen? That man played with Scottie Pippen, bro. Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says, what makes sports great is them against us. LeBron types are them. What was the point of being a KD joining the Golden State? It ruined his gangster. No, it didn't. It made him a champion. We gotta, bro.
So
No,
you mean to tell me you guys wouldn't take a promotion where you make more money for 2 years and go from making $500,000 to like $2 million? That's exactly what he did. He made an executive decision for his career to make more money and to endorse himself. Y'all would do the same thing.
and you know what? And the thing, and no disrespect to people, but I want to clarify something also. So in life, there are champions and there are champions. and champions. They the champions of the world, right? And what champions do is complain about how much other people are winning. The only reason why he great, right? What I'm saying is this, right?
Not to cut you off, but thanks for that new word.
Yeah. So the thing about Kevin Durant going to Golden State, bro, he wanted to win. He wanted to win a championship, and he went to Golden State and did that. You play the game to make money and win championships. And Kevin Durant made money and won championships. There are some people in this league that made money. Bro, if you ask Pat Ewing right now, does he regret not winning a championship? To a man, he'll say, yes, I regret not winning the championship. If you ask Charles Barkley, right? I saw Steven Jackson say, yeah, but you never won a championship, to Charles Barkley. And Charles Barkley is 800 times better than Steven Jackson. Right? But the mere fact that Steven Jackson can say that to Charles Barkley is not only disrespectful,
yes,
but it's true. Charles Barkley never won a championship.
And he'll let him know that's terrible.
Terrible. Right? But it's true. DSJ, he didn't win a championship, right?
He didn't. Unfortunately, he didn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Man, listen, as Knicks fans, I'm gonna give a teaspoonful of advice. Don't be champions, be champions. Don't be a champion. Don't be the champion of the world. Be a champion. Your mindset should be championship or bust, not be relevant or bust. Championships or bust.
So I guess I can't be Gilbert Arenas.
No, sir. No, sir.
No champions over here.
You can't be Kevin Johnson, bro. You can't be Kevin Johnson. Championships or bust. That should be our mindset, especially in a market like New York City. If we don't have, this is a championship market. If you don't win championships, you ain't nothing. If you don't win championships, here, people don't even remember you.
Gotta talk to the owner about that. Tell him stop hiring these chump front office executives that never had the job before.
Right. Right. I mean, New York City is the city that had dynasties like the New York Islanders, a dynasty,
Yankees.
bro. Like the Yankees, a dynasty, bro. The Islanders for a 6-year stretch was the greatest hockey team ever.
You could even say the
Ever.
Buffalo Bills when they went to the Super Bowl those times.
Oh, I'm
That was
talking about
still a
the
dynasty.
tri-state area though. I'm talking about yeah. I know what you're talking about Buffalo. No disrespect to, but how far is Buffalo away? Like 4 hours?
Yeah, about four and a
Yeah,
half
something
hours.
like that with
About 4.5
traffic.
hours. Yeah. So no disrespect to them, but I'm talking about the tri-state area. Yeah, it's a championship area, man. Championship city, right? Man, listen. Listen, the Yankees didn't win the World Series this year, right? You think the Yankees fans are mad?
Yep.
Hell yeah, they mad.
Feel
Yup,
Hell
you.
they ain't
yeah, they
got nothing to
mad. They
brag
more mad
about.
than we are.
They can't brag about the championships they have, and I'm a Yankee fan.
Right. Right, man. I think we've settled for so much. We've over the years we've settled, right? We've settled into the New York Jets state of mind, where just being relevant is okay. Right? I think Knicks fans probably are tired of being little brother. So that's the reason why I say,
Big dog.
go get your big fish. Be smart about going to get the big fish.
That's facts.
Leon Rose, are you listening?
Nah, he's sleeping.
On that same couch, huh?
On the same with them same sandwich crumbs on it.
So take that salmon colored shirt off. Do your job.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, y'all. Well, that's all I got, man. Y'all got me stirred up about LeBron. Not going to get LeBron? Are we serious?
That's not everybody now. I don't like
We
LeBron,
got a
but
lot of
you
things. We
made
got a
some
lot of
valid
things stirred
points.
up.
I don't like LeBron like that, but you just made me a believer. Like I've been missing out on something. I trade for him.
Yeah, if he can walk here, if we draft Bronny and he would just walk here, bro.
That's what I was saying.
That'd be perfect, bro. That'd be man. That'd be perfect.
That would be a championship in
But
one
we
of the
definitely got
next
to
2
get. We
years. He
got to
can
get rid of.
retire. His son, we could have like a legacy party, but like, yeah, we won a championship with LeBron. It'll solidify his legacy. So come on to New York, LeBron.
Yeah,
And
man.
one thing for sure, though, we definitely have to get rid of Grimes so we can let East Blue Drew get on the team and rock them sketches.
East Blue
Especially
Drew. That's
LeBron.
how I got East Blue Drew the homie. East Blue when they signed East Blue Drew to that 5-year max, bro, we're gonna be in the front row with all our jewelry on.
I'm
All
telling you,
38 necklaces. I'm wearing all 38 necklaces at one time.
Without
I'm gonna
Flavor
get me.
Flav clock.
East Blue Drew gonna get me a Jeff Hamilton jacket. I'm gonna get me some Trophy Room Air Jordan, Friends and Family packs.
Yep.
I just want my Flavor Flav go to my clock. That's what I want. I want to be sitting there with the clock and the Vicine, what is it called? The Vicinian sunglasses. I forget what they call the veneer
I gotta have
sunglasses.
some Cazals. I gotta rock some smoke lens Cazals, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I gotta rock.
Some Gazelles.
Yeah. but everybody, listen, we're gonna get out of here, man. Thank y'all for coming through and rocking with us. Today I'm gonna try to work on a fire ant defense video. So salute to everybody, man. Make sure y'all check out the fire ant video that I'm gonna put out later on. I'm gonna try to get it out later on today. If not, it'll be tomorrow. I'm cutting it short today because excuse me, because the Knicks play in a little while. So I got to do prep work for that. So we're going to do the watch along and the Knicks at Night podcast where we can get together and rock. Okay. So I'm going to cut it a little bit short today. Thank y'all for rocking, man. We out of here.
No, thank
Peace,
you,
y'all.
Freezie.